Justin Baldoni is firing back. Leaked text messages have been revealed after he files his $250 million lawsuit. In the ongoing legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, the director and actor of It Ends With Us has exposed alleged text messages between the two as part of his $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times. Baldoni is using these texts to dispute Lively's claim of harassment and retaliation. To get you up to speed, and in case you missed it, when Lively and Baldoni promoted their film It Ends With Us in August of 2024, rumors began swirling of an alleged feud between the pair. Fans noticed that Lively was promoting the movie with some of her co-stars, while Baldoni, who was a director on the film, did not join for interviews or press opportunities. At the same time, Lively received backlash from fans for how she addressed the DV theme of the movie. She made light of it all, wearing florals and constantly promoting her hair care line as well as her booze line, Betty Buzz. She even said in an interview, "Grab your girls, wear your florals, and head out to go see my new movie," promoting it like it was like a fun, lighthearted chick flick to go watch with your BFFs on a Saturday night. Justin, on the other hand, promoted it in a very dark manner that it actually was. He gave out resources that victims could use to get help, always provided a number anyone could use to call if they were in crisis, and he carried that tone with him for the entire duration of promoting the film. A lot of fans praised him and attacked Blake for the way the movie was being promoted. Fast forwarding now, Lively filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department in December accusing Baldoni of harassment and retaliation. Now, Lively claimed that after she raised concerns of harassment on the set of their film, Baldoni and his team retaliated against her, leaking unflattering press to try and ruin her professional reputation. Lively's complaint was first reported in the New York Times, which published an article titled "We Can Bury Anyone Inside a Hollywood Smear Machine." The 4,000-word article contained contents from the Civil Rights Department complaint, which typically remain confidential. In the wake of the New York Times article and Lively's complaint against Baldoni, he was actually dropped by the talent agency WME, which also represents Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds. Now, Lively received swift support across Hollywood, with even the Actors Union releasing a statement in support of her. Now, Baldoni is alleging that Lively created false harassment accusations so she could actually take control of the film, then set out on a campaign to reshape her public persona with salacious, headline-grabbing allegations. Baldoni's lawsuit states that Lively's allegations were to assert unilateral control over every aspect of the production, and that it was both strategic and manipulative. Now, simultaneously, her public image suffered as a result of a series of high-profile blunders, which she tried to deflect by blaming plaintiffs for the public's prying interest into the foibles of an A-list celebrity. Now, this is nothing but an excuse. Fame is a double-edged sword, but Lively's tactics here are unconscionable. The suit claims that the New York Times failed its journalistic integrity to vet Lively's allegations, noting that the paper relied almost entirely on Lively's unverified and self-serving narrative, lifting it nearly verbatim while disregarding an abundance of evidence that contradicted her claims and exposed her true motives. A spokesperson for the New York Times said that the publication plans to vigorously defend against the lawsuit. Baldoni's suit was filed by attorney Brian Friedman in Los Angeles Superior Court, and I should note that Brian is considered the street-fighting lawyer who's become Hollywood's Dark Knight. Celebrities such as Megyn Kelly, Bethany Frankel, Don Lemon, and more have actually hired Friedman in the past to fight their battles. He refers to himself as a pit bull and is known for a ruthlessness that's absolutely ferocious. He's good, and not like Better Call Saul or Elle Woods good. He's really good, like Atticus Finch or Andrew Beckett good. Google those top dogs after this. Anyway, Lively's complaint included screen captures of text messages and correspondence that Lively's team allegedly showed orchestrated attempts on the part of Baldoni's PR representative to hurt her reputation in the media as part of a social manipulation campaign. Baldoni's lawsuit contains pages upon pages of text messages that Friedman told CNN are proof that the text messages published in Lively's initial complaint were doctored and manipulated. He alleges in his complaint that the Times intentionally omitted texts which dispute Lively's narrative. The messages also show Lively's involvement in creative discussions about her character's wardrobe, with one exchange in particular revealing her own desire for more attractive attractive clothing. Baldoni's lawsuit claims that the New York Times reported a biased story, favoring Lively's side and ignoring evidence that contradicted her narrative. The outlet has, however, maintained that the reporting was accurate and thorough. The Gossip Girl star sued her co-star in an 8-page lawsuit citing multiple misconducts, including inappropriate comments and actions by him and producer Jamie Heath. Lively alleges that Baldoni and Heath reportedly and repeatedly entered her trailer uninvited, even during private moments, and that they touched others on set in a way that made her feel uncomfortable. Now, Justin denies the allegations in his lawsuit. In another text exchange, Justin's legal team appears to be contesting Blake Lively's claim that her intimate scenes were unscripted and unplanned. Justin's evidence allegedly shows that an intimacy coordinator was present on set, but Blake reportedly delayed meeting them until filming even began. Now, he further disputes Blake's claims about incidents, such as, him and Jamie entering the trailer, arguing that these, actions were not inappropriate. And according to Justin, Blake was at ease with their presence and even invited him to rehearse lines while she was feeding her child. He also clarified that an incident where Jamie allegedly saw Blake shirtless was misrepresented. She was actually covered, and Jamie had knocked and been invited in for a meeting. Baldoni's lawyer wrote, "Both Heath and Baldoni have children and are comfortable around feeding mothers, and Lively seemed equally comfortable. In fact, Baldoni's wife co-founded a company that makes a feeding garment for babies, a prototype that originated with his mother when he was a baby." And as revealed in a text message exchange between Baldoni and Lively, less than 2 weeks into filming, Lively invited Baldoni to her trailer to rehearse lines while she was producing milk. Now, Baldoni's suit offers a rebuttal to that specific claim, showcasing a text that appears to be from Lively to Baldoni that reads, "I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to work out our lines." Both parties have filed lawsuits accusing each other of retaliation, and honestly, after Lively's complaint was filed, a snowball effect ensued, with both sides taking jabs at each other, raising questions as to how those private text messages were even acquired in the first place. A subsequent lawsuit filed by Baldoni's former publicist, Stephanie Jones, alleged that those text messages came from the phone of her former employee, Abel, Baldoni's current publicist, who was among the individuals Lively accused of orchestrating a smear campaign against her. So Baldoni, Heath, Abel, Nathan, and Wafer all denied Lively's original claims and asserted Lively was the one leaking negative press about Baldoni. Justin's pitbull lawyer Friedman said in a statement, "These claims are completely false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious with an intent to publicly hurt and rehash a narrative in the media." Friedman said that Lively, her team, and the New York Times engaged in a vicious smear campaign, and in doing so, they predetermined the outcome of the story and aided and abetted their own devastating PR smear campaign designed to revitalize Lively's self-induced, floundering public image and counter the organic groundswell of criticism amongst the online public. Now, the irony is rich. He then finished his statement off by saying, "While their side embraces partial truths, we embrace the full truth and have all of this communication to back it." So on January 3rd, Justin's legal team announced they plan to release all of the text message communications between the two. Well, you know what? I really can't wait to see them. And what did my grandma always used to say? What's done in the dark, it must come to the light. So if Blake did manipulate or cherry pick those texts and what text to give to the New York Times, surely that will be exposed once all of the texts are revealed from Justin's legal team. It's so, unfortunate that a movie focused around DV that should have served as a safe space for victims has really now just become one big celebrity mess. And something about seeing the words, emoji and canceled in court documents just doesn't sit right with me. I know we're in 2025, but this almost feels surreal, right?
Blake Lively has officially accused her, It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni, of a pattern of inappropriate behavior amounting to harassment. This isn't a single incident, but a sustained pattern of conduct. Blake Lively also claims Justin Baldoni said he could speak to the dead and talked to her recently deceased dad. Allegations of on-set misconduct have led Blake Lively to sue Justin Baldoni, who both directed and starred opposite her in It Ends With Us. The lawsuit comes after fans observed tension between the two. Lively further alleges a coordinated smear campaign intended to discredit her after she raised concerns about Justin Baldoni's behavior. This suggests an attempt to damage her reputation and undermine her credibility. The formal complaint and lawsuit. Lively has filed a lawsuit. The complaint details the specific instances of alleged harassment and outlines the alleged smear campaign. The nature of the alleged harassment. The text states the alleged harassment crossed professional boundaries and created a hostile work environment on set. The alleged smear campaign, Lively claims. The smear campaign was a deliberate effort to discredit her after she raised concerns. She alleges the campaign involved individuals within or associated with WME, further complicating the situation given the agency's dual representation. This suggests potential internal conflicts and raises questions about who within WME might be involved. The conflict of interest, WME's dual representation. Both Lively and Justin Baldoni are represented by the same talent agency, William Morris Endeavor, WME. This creates a significant conflict of interest. Despite representing both, WME has chosen to continue representing Lively. This is a crucial detail that lends weight to her allegations. It suggests WME has taken her claims seriously and potentially found them credible. WME's stance and its implications. WME's decision to maintain representation of Lively despite also representing Justin Baldoni is significant. This suggests several possibilities. Internal investigation. WME may have conducted an internal investigation and found evidence supporting Lively's claims. Prioritizing protection. It may reflect a broader industry trend of prioritizing the protection of those who report misconduct. Legal considerations. WME may be acting on legal advice to avoid potential liability. Regardless of the specific reasons, WME's decision sends a powerful message that the allegations are being taken seriously. This situation highlights the inherent conflicts of interest that can exist within the entertainment industry, particularly within talent agencies that represent multiple parties involved in disputes. The outcome of this case could influence how similar situations are handled in the future, setting precedents for how agencies address conflicts of interest and how allegations of misconduct are investigated and addressed. In summary, the situation is complex and involves serious allegations of harassment and a subsequent smear campaign, compounded by a significant conflict of interest due to WME's dual representation. WME's decision to stand by Lively is a key indicator of the seriousness of the situation and suggests a potential shift in how such matters are handled within the industry.
Leaked text messages between actress Blake Lively and actor-director Justin Baldoni offer a glimpse into the inner workings of their crisis management team during a massive lawsuit. One message from Lively reads, "You know we can bury anyone, but I can't write that to him. It will be very tough." This suggests an attempt to influence the situation, potentially by discrediting a key figure, while acknowledging the risks involved. Another message reads, "Imagine if a document saying all the things that he wants ends up in the wrong hands." This highlights concerns about potential leaks and the damaging consequences of sensitive information falling into the wrong hands. A separate text from Justin Baldoni's publicist, Jennifer Abel, reads, "Having reckless thoughts of wanting to plant pieces this week about how horrible Blake is to work with." This reveals a potential strategy to damage Lively's reputation as part of their crisis management efforts. These leaked texts provide evidence of the lengths to which the crisis management team went to shift the narrative and control the public perception of the situation. The Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni lawsuit has escalated, with Lively's team alleging a multi-tiered plan to destroy her reputation. This plan, they claim, was acknowledged by Baldoni's team as social manipulation and was initiated after Lively raised concerns about on-set conditions. Baldoni's crisis team has reportedly named Taylor Swift and her alleged weaponization of feminism as part of this alleged scheme to take down Lively. Leaked text messages, which Lively's team claims were submitted as part of the legal complaint to the California Civil Rights Department. The lawsuit also includes serious allegations against Baldoni, including claims that he entered Lively's trailer while she was undressed and allowed others to watch her. This case has drawn comparisons to the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial due to its high-profile nature, intense public scrutiny, and the serious allegations involved. It's important to note that these are just allegations at this stage. Both sides have vehemently denied the opposing parties' claims. The truth of the matter will ultimately be determined by the courts. Prior to August 2nd, Justin Baldoni hired crisis management expert Melissa Nathan known for her work with Johnny Depp, to join his public relations team. This team also included publicist Jennifer Abel. Blake Lively's legal team alleges that a critical staff meeting was held on January 4th to address a hostile work environment that nearly halted the film's production. The lawsuit raises questions about the extent to which film production was aware of these concerns and whether they continued production despite them. The meeting reportedly involved Justin Baldoni, Jamie Heath, CEO of Wayfarer Studios, and producer of It Ends With Us, and others. The lawsuit alleges that Justin Baldoni engaged in inappropriate behavior, including showing Blake Lively nude videos and images of other women, discussing his intense adult video addiction, making inappropriate comments about her weight, her late father, and other cast and crew members. The lawsuit alleges that an agreement was made that neither Jamie Heath nor Justin Baldoni would enter or attempt to enter Blake Lively's trailer while she was not wearing clothes. This agreement highlights the seriousness of the alleged inappropriate behavior and raises questions about the awareness of film producers regarding the situation. The lawsuit further alleges an incident where Justin Baldoni, out of character, slowly dragged his lips from her ear to her neck, stating, "It smells so good." When Blake Lively objected, Baldoni allegedly retorted, "I'm not even attracted to you." Following a meeting in January 2024 involving Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, producers, and Ryan Reynolds, Wayfarer Studios reportedly agreed to implement the use of an intimacy coordinator for all scenes involving nudity or simulated adult scenes. Blake Lively's legal team alleges that leaked text messages reveal a smear campaign orchestrated by Justin Baldoni's crisis management team. The messages, included in the legal complaint, allegedly expose a multi-tiered plan described by Baldoni and his team as social manipulation aimed at destroying Blake's reputation. This alleged campaign, according to Lively's team, was initiated after she expressed concerns about on-set conditions. The lawsuit details several production conflicts, including Blake Lively's discomfort with certain scenes, leading her to bring in her own editor during post-production. Her version of the film was ultimately chosen for release. It is reported that some crew members allegedly lost their jobs due to Lively's insistence on creative control. Anticipating potential challenges during the marketing campaign, Wayfarer Studios proactively hired a crisis manager alongside their own representative. This decision was reportedly influenced by Ms. Lively's alleged disruptive behavior during production, including threats to boycott filming and promotion, which posed a risk to the film's success. Furthermore, the lawsuit alleges that Ms. Lively, through her representative Leslie Sloan, who also represents Ryan Reynolds, orchestrated the dissemination of negative and fabricated stories in the media even before the film's marketing campaign began. This prompted Wayfarer Studios to engage a crisis professional to develop internal strategies to address potential negative publicity. A forensic review commissioned by Blake Lively from a brand marketing consultant revealed a significant increase in negative media coverage and online commentary following the film's release, suggesting that efforts to tarnish her public image may have been successful. Here's a rewritten version of the provided text. Blake Lively's career and on-set concerns. Blake Lively boasts a successful career, rising to fame through her role in Gossip Girl. This early success propelled her into a diverse filmography, including The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and The Town. Beyond acting, she has built multiple businesses, graced numerous magazine covers, and amassed a significant social media following, over 45 million on Instagram. According to her legal complaint, Ms. Lively expressed concerns about Justin Baldoni from the project's outset, specifically objecting to the inclusion of what she deemed gratuitous adult scenes. The film's August 6th premiere coincided with press coverage speculating about behind-the-scenes tensions. A Hollywood Reporter article explored the possibility of a rift between Lively and Baldoni, citing observations from TikTok users regarding the absence of joint photographs and lack of Instagram followership between the two stars and other cast members, Chos director. Following the film's release, Blake Lively faced a wave of online criticism. The extent to which this negative publicity was orchestrated by Justin Nathan, Mr. Wallace, and their team, or simply observed and amplified by them, remains unclear. The recent lawsuit allegations against Justin Baldoni have come as a shock to many, given his public advocacy for a re-evaluation of traditional masculinity. Baldoni is the co-host of the Webby Award-nominated podcast Man Enough, alongside writer Liz Plank. The podcast aims to create a safe space for open and honest discussions about masculinity, welcoming diverse perspectives. In a previous Instagram post about an event focused on stopping domestic violence, Baldoni wrote, "My hope is that we can teach our boys, while they are still young, that vulnerability is strength, sensitivity is a superpower, and empathy makes them powerful. Being a boy and a man is amazing, and nothing to apologize for, and to value all the beautiful and complicated parts of them that make them human."